So these people murdered every avenue of my life, my mind, since I was a baby to 5 to 10 to 15 to 20 to 25 to 30 to 35, all the way up until I was 43 years old, discovering that I had been being poisoned. Then I was able to discover that I had been being poisoned all of my life because of the patterns of abuse. So does not anybody care about real natural law? To where these are felonies, multiple felonies against me. It's just sad because the people I knew personally should go down for their crimes, and the people that I don't even know the names of, or why they're introduced into this war against me, like Johnny Lee. Where the fuck does he fall into play? And why? It's a good question. Why? But they should be all taken down for their crimes against me, and their names and their crimes against me are as follows. Tom Merton for the rape of my sister and childhood abuse tailored to my sister and I, along with my brother's involvement or there within the abuse towards my mother, myself, and covertly against my sister in the process. Psychologically and physically abusing myself, my mom, and my sister, and towards my mom and my sister and myself for attempting to access and have access to me, felony level of poisoning me, domestic abuse, and conspiracy to endanger the lives of his own blood children. Jesse Lee, Jeff Merton, and Kenny Merton to continue the poisoning of me to felony levels along with others that I grew up with in high school, to have multiple parties involved in this crime against me, cyber hacking and accessing others' involvement in this crime of this magnitude against me in any way, shape, or form to allow me to never be able to figure it out before allowing me to come up into this house, be controlled by proxy, poison me up to almost death, and having no one believe me. No one that would suggestively be able to help take care of the situation, help me within the situation, or to get out of the perversion of the crime that it is. It's a large crime against me. Jesse Lee is ongoing poisoning me from 17 onwards, all the way into this place I'm currently living in, attempting to interfere with all of my relationships and sabotage my romantic partners. Cyber hacking of my Gmail, my social media accounts, and maliciously taking my last Facebook and Instagram completely away from being seen online, unlike my first one that he has access to doing the same thing but is just allowing it to stay there for whatever reason. Hacking my phone number at one point as well, along with gaining full access to my online accounts data, to as well knowing the parties or being the party meaning to impersonate me online with the use of AI, or to clip up my work to make me out to be somebody I'm not. These are felony level poisonings, identity theft and impersonation, and taking over my online accounts to either control them or meticulously take them offline, as I just suggested with my last Facebook and Instagram account. This is stealing up all of my energy, all of my time, even my payments made to my phone bills. They're digitally tracking me. This is digital terrorism in its finest, and it's attacks against me personally. To be able to live my life in any kind of fashion or form of my own life at all. Cheryl Descartes or previously Cheryl Rita and her involvement in poisoning me to create sexual coercion and attempted blackmail, meaning to psychologically hurt me and to destroy my character. Also framed me as unstable through calculated mental health attempts for their affairs and sedation of poisoning me, narcissism and psychological torture, and for coercive control. Ryan McDonald for his involvement in much of the same ways as Jesse has been to emotionally target me in similar ways as Jesse Lee had been my entire life through these constant affairs in my romantic relationships. To continue to cause physical and emotional harm and domestic terrorism to and through their covert abuses. And it was as well to try and get involved here at the end, saying, how could I bite the hand that feeds me when I wouldn't trust anything that they bring to me as far as food is concerned at all, because it would be continuing the poisoning of me. And I had mentioned to him, if you really cared, you would be able to drop $5, $10, or $20 off with me in the physical form of me being able to go out and help me get food. Not bringing me food, not allowing for other mind-altering substances in order to control me. Emily Dodge as well to prepare and continue poisoning of me, psychological harm, or other mind-altering substances in order to control me. They all weaponized my love life, created emotional vulnerabilities, and then went to work. Felony positioning of me is what she did to continue poisoning me, abuse through proxy, and, I believe, paid criminal participation in her activities, as well as Aurelia Albarracani, to partner with Jesse Lee, much like the same as Cheryl did earlier in my life, to repeatedly poison me in my jobs, target to murder me. These are targeted murder attempts, gaslighting and sabotage through psychological torture behaviors, and attempted to suffocate me in my own bed. She held a pillow over my head after poisoning me to get rid of me, along with all of the other felonies that Minnesota law and federal law are written to protect me within. Kenny Murden, my own brother, is an ongoing felon of positioning me and poisoning me from my father through my childhood and into my teen years to continue the poisoning of a lifelong type, controlling me, including tampering with Metamucil in St. Paul Park that he paid for with intent to specifically coercively poison, and to leave me with that poison, suggesting to make sure that I take the whole thing, when taking that whole thing would have blocked up my intestines, not allowing my heart to pump any further. And these are attempted murder events even as young as 5 years old, because of the ways that he had poisoned me from a very young age. Identity theft and fraudulent activities, utilizing my social security number and other life insurance policies fraudulently to create the conspiracy to defraud and murder me. Identity fraud in connection with Becky, his wife, credits the continue of pretending to be supportive of me and to help me without any actual attempt to actually help me, rather only place me in coercive control only to help themselves in trying to convert and cover up their crimes against me. They could have stopped, they could have not, and they did anyway. I believe Becky Murden also needs to go down for her crimes because of her false accusations of my hearing voices to throw me into an illegal maid hold, framed me as mentally unstable, unsound, or mentally ill in order to cover up the poisoning of me, attaching me to her credit, which was all to facilitate the ongoing identity theft even further, and the medical fraud, coercive control, identity theft, and conspiracy to take part and allow for the murder of me. My brother Jeff Murden, complicit in coordinating poisoned attempts and emotional isolation with intent of further psychologically abusing me, helped to not only gain access to my ID, to get over to my brother Kenny fraudulently, to take out the life insurance policies on my name, blocking contact with his own wife Stephanie, who is worried about some truth that she knew I have yet to get to the bottom of as she was trying to help me. These are attempted murder attempts to financially gain or for financial gain to gain access to me fraudulently to create insurance activities and witness to tampering with my life and obstruction of my reaching discovery of the crimes committed against me. I'll be right back. They literally ruined every area of my life. Legitimately. Because it's illegal in the first place to attempted murder somebody. It's illegal to perform these cyber crimes against anybody. And it's illegal when a person is in this situation, in duress, to take away any of their resources, which they are taking away, and making it as though it's legal, when it's not. It's not legal for them to take away my hot water. So now I'm having to take and heat water to put inside of the bathtub with hot water so that I can take a bath, because now the motor is burnt out to heat the water naturally in the bath with the jets on. So now it's ruined not only my house, ruined my bathtub, gaslighting me in my house, ruining my body, ruining my mind, ruining my ability to reach out to get corrective aid as far as the government is concerned, where they should be concerned, because otherwise what the fuck are you wearing a badge for? Why? Why are you even working within the law when you're not working within the law? You know what I mean? This is attempted murder for financial gain, fraudulent insurance activities to witness, tampering with my life, and obstruction of my reaching discovery of the crimes committed against me, to continue the poisoning against me. Barb Murden, my dad's second wife, facilitated and aided in emotional terrorism to participate with my father's cover-up in this historic family trauma. Accessory of abuse patterns and emotional manipulation. I will also say Stephanie is a key witness to come to me with something in an open-hearted way for support and information. As suggested, I have not been able to get a hold of her due to her being gate-kept by my brother Jeff. Not only not to allow for any help in this matter against me, but to just not allow for anybody at all to be able to come and help me within what I have been dealing with. She told me clearly, if you can't at least reach me, you'll know that something is wrong. You'll know then that something is wrong for sure. And she made sure that I was to know that. Well, something is terribly wrong when suddenly disappearing from any ability to further communicate with me after she suggested that I would always be able to get a hold of her, and to know that there is something wrong if I wasn't able to get a hold of her. Maybe even being poisoned herself, or positioned, manipulated, or manufactured in the ways of wiping her memories as mine were. This is a suppression of key witnesses to any person willing to come forward to help me, while now being the potential victim herself. I am Matthew Murden, and I urgently need your support in this matter. I have no rights to my name. I have no rights to work. I have no rights at all. I have no rights to assemble for protection here, for witnesses. I have no rights at all. I am left here without rights. I am left here without resources, and I am being murdered. This is targeted, and this is targeted to continuously make their crimes go away, as if they're not even there, while they go live their podunky little fucking half-lives with their little half-hearts and their fucking no-hearts, if you ask me. But my story needs to be told. I'm 44 years old, and I've survived what most people wouldn't even believe. Decades of calculated poisoning, gaslighting, isolation, fraud, rape. identity theft, and the many calculated attempted murders, organized by people who should have never been attempting to murder me in the first place, who should have been there for me as a support system that I could have trusted and relied on. Instead, I haven't been able to be loved and or of now able to trust them when they should have been loving me from the beginning, not in any other fashion than to create this erasure of me, create the identity theft of me, psychologically manipulate me, psychologically torture me. This is domestic terrorism of me. It's not allowing me into any fashion or whatever. It's not allowing me to any portion of my actual abilities in life. I'm hoping that this isn't the end of me, and I'm hoping that I can reach people to support me in this, because I'm, like I said, I'm not even able to bathe correctly or hold my own money or be supported in having work or just anything I do. How is this fair to me? How? They're literally ruining every last little avenue of my life that they can. And they're getting away with it. I'm not okay with it. I know for the fuck well no one else would be. Even dealing with 5% of what I've dealt with. You can read articles. I don't want my life to end this way, and I don't even want their life to end. But they want my life to end. Covertly and meticulously, obviously. So how am I supposed to respond back when I don't even have the system at hand willing to protect me against these crimes that are happening to me? How do I protect myself? Not only have I been reaching out to every avenue dealing with identity theft, Minnesota Department of Human Resources, all the other avenues that I can think of, or that ChatGPT could think of that I couldn't think of. I've been reaching out to establish ways against this crime against me, but now what do I do? Right now, what do I do? What's the game plan? I literally need a game plan to get my life back. This is just so... It's like a whole lifetime of crime, and they're just leaving me to die. They're letting me not only in a position to get everything ripped out from underneath me that I just worked my ass off to get to, but I have never been able to unpack my life and live my life. I haven't been able to actually live my life at any portion or any placement of my life. I haven't been able to live my own life. So I need your help and I need your support. I need a game plan put together. What do I do? What do I do? What's the game plan? You put yourself into my position, man. Put yourself in my shoes. What's the game plan? All these people that are supposed to protect you and be your family support system are trying to murder you, and the people who have your side, who would take your side, really can't do much because they're in situations themselves. What do you do? Where do you go? I mean, all this time they're able to just get away with trying to attempted murder me and almost leave me for dead, and hoping that they would be able to not only take away my house, perform identity theft, but also take away accountability for me to come forward about the crimes that I'm coming forward about. So help me out here. What am I supposed to do? Continue to heat up 12 pots of water so I can take a bath? Not unable to fucking eat? Unable to support myself because obviously I can't even fucking work a fucking gig app job on a phone that's being gate kept from me by mirrored attempts and hacking attempts and cyber crimes against me. Good Lord, I would be so much different. if I just had a legitimate support system. Oh, fuck. I'm so tired. You know what? Never mind. I just think if it's legal to try and assassinate me and my character and attempted murder me since I was 5 years old, then murder's just legal, right? Unless a target does it, unless a person like me does it, then it's illegal. Because then you're a danger to yourself and others, right? Or what's the answer? What's the game plan here, folks? I'm really urgently needing your help out here. I'm in dire straits. I don't know what to do. Can you help me out with the game plan? I would like a whole new name. I would like a whole new social security number. I would like to get the fuck out of Dodge. Just out of this whole blight. Just leave these fuckers to die on their own fucking bullshit ass behalf and fuck them. Fuck them all. Can anyone support me for a while? Create music together? Start a business? I don't fucking know, man. I'm just worn thin. Plain and simple, I'm worn thin. And they want me to react, obviously. And then utilize the reaction against me, the same ways that they always had. That's how I ended up in anger management in the first place, being poisoned. And it's how I ended up in domestic abuse classes, being poisoned, and having both parties, and there was 2 parties in the domestic abuse class that held me after the last day of class and were basically like the same thing as the anger management. I don't know what you're here for. You did not obviously belong here because you're a well-mannered dude and like you just didn't deserve whatever happened. Whatever happened is basically what they were saying. You didn't need to be here. Is what they said. So I'm out here online now trying to figure out a game plan of action because I know for myself that without these attempts on my life, I would be bright, happy-go-lucky, like happy, joyous. I would still like to be that person. Not have to be working in this fashion against these parties that are obviously getting away with murder attempts and multiple felonies and identity theft and identity erasure and basically taking my spirit to a fucking iron range. Fucking who knows, man. Or taking my spirit to a furnace. Let's just throw this motherfucker in the furnace and see how well he does. I'm a diamond in the rough. I don't know how to get out of this terrorism that's happening to me. I wish I did. I wish I could just physically come up with a plan of action to take to get out of this terrorism that's happening over my whole life. But I don't know how, because I have no access to my own name. I have no access to my own outreach. I have I don't know how many cousins, 40 cousins. I have a whole congregation of a church that I was rather willing to grow up with. Can any of you help me? Can any of you put together a campaign, a GoFundMe, a crowdfunder, anything? Can you do something for me? Please? I really don't think I'm asking for much. I mean, literally everyone in the congregation should just throw $4 or $5 into a bucket for me. Help me settle this score. Please help me settle the score. Don't allow me to get murdered. Don't allow it. Otherwise, that's all they're doing. They're just murdering me. And they're obviously just getting away with it. Go back to work the next day as if nothing ever happened, and it wouldn't affect my brothers whatsoever because they're caged psychos. No offense, but that's the truth. If it wasn't the truth, they wouldn't be like, whatever, man. Everyone's scattering like water bugs, throwing everyone else under the bus about what I'm coming out with online, trying to hack me continuously, hijack my abilities, not allow me to any kind of resources at all. My life is under attack. My life has been being threatened. And it's not just my livelihood, and it's not just my work life, it's my actual heart. But that's why I need a shower. I need food. Like real food, not like, oh, I finally was able to make it to the Dollar General with my gamed up life. Please, I need your help. Please, call the police. Oh. I don't know what to do. You can imagine my heart basically flapping in the strongest storm you've ever seen. And getting all tattered and shit. Excuse my language, but I just don't know what to say. I'm trying to get help out here, and it doesn't seem like anyone fucking cares about murder. Not even our own government. So I'm just trying to think of a plan of action. And I need your help. Who am I kidding?